Hi, my name is Stephen Proud, and today I'm going to show you a configuration for a Siemens TIA Portal PLC, and that's going to be connected via ProfiNet to a FB33 node with VTSA pneumatic interface on it.
Okay, today we're going to take a Festo CPX FB33. It's a ProfiNet node that Festo manufactures. And on that CPX terminal, I have a VTSA valve bank. And the particular valve bank default is 32 outputs from the manufacturer, but I've got it configured for 8 outputs only. So I've got the FB33 node, a pneumatic interface that's configured for 8 outputs, and then I've got the physical valves. Okay, whether they're there or not with the VTSA, that really is irrelevant because the interface reserves whatever you've configured here for the existing or future valves. So we're going to use this FB33 and we're going to connect this to a Siemens S7315 PLC. I'm going to open up a base hardware so I don't have to configure the whole PLC. And then I'm going to save this as all right. So first stopping point on the road to success here is to go to the devices and networks. And I have my PLC here. So if you want to zoom in on what this is here, I've got a ProfiNet interface. I've got my standard digital I/O. The interface itself. Has this IP address. And even though I have a safety PLC, I have the failsafe disabled. Otherwise, it downloads a bunch of blocks, and then I can't get online with the S7 software. So go back to the network view. So we need to add our CPX manifold. First thing we need to do is go to the internet and download our latest files. So if you don't know anything about the Festo world, you simply, get through the festo.com. You select your country. You click on support/downloads, which is at the top here. You type in the product, which either is the part number or the type code, CPX-FB33, and then down here you'll be provided with a bunch of tabs. So on the technical documentation, you've got the manuals, and on the software side, you have the GSDML files. So I've downloaded the manual already, and in the manual here, it shows you, so there's the manual number 548760, and the manual over here, 548760. So I have this manual right here that I downloaded. In the manual here, it discusses the GSDML files, okay? And when you're working with step 7, version 5.4 service packs, you use this particular rev, or version 2.2. When you're using version 13 TIA Portal, you need version 2.31. That's a given. That's what they tell you. That's what you need, and that's what you need to use. So when you go to the software downloads area, go to the GSDML files. It doesn't give you a rev here, but when you do a download, you'll see that it's 2.31. And when you go to the, now we have the GSD files, you have to unzip them. So you unzip the files into your portal, go down to the general GSD file descriptions, find your location that you've unzipped the files to. Okay, select the file, say install. I'm not going to install it because I've already installed it previously. Once you've got the GSD file is installed. Come down in your hardware library, and you have this here. You need to add your CPX terminal, so you simply drag this to your network, assign it a PLC, give it an IP address. If you don't want to use the IP address, you need to know what the node's been called. In this case, it's FB33-192.168- too many zeros. And now we double click on the CPX so we can add or configure that. We add the bus node. We've got 3 individual selections here. That's based on the dip switches, which again are in the manuals. You've got this is the face of the CPX-FB33. You've got a couple dip switches here. And so the one on the left is the switch 1-1 and 1-2, and the one on the right is the switch 1-2. So this one here is the operating mode, and in this case we're using remote I/O, so they're both off. And the one on the right here, diagnostics mode, factory setting is both off, and that's what we're using today. So this one here is the one we're going to choose because it has no diagnostics or anything else included. And the next thing we want to do is select our pneumatic interface. Go down to pneumatic interface, VTSA, and we don't want 8DI-DO, we want just 8DO. So we drag that in there. Okay, so we've configured this. And I'm going to go back to network view. So we've got our PLC talking ProfiNet to our FB33. At this point, I'm just going to add I added a watch table. If you go back to here, the queue address is 2. So in the watch table, I've added a couple bits for the Q2. And now we compile. And we download. Finish. So we go online now. Everything's green, top to bottom. Go back to our watch table. Set a couple bits. And I don't know if you just heard that, but the valves went on. And they're off again. And that's it. That's that simple. Thanks, and I hope you enjoyed this video.